Greetings everybody, this is Colin Thompson. My wife Kay and I truly hope that you find these videos helpful as you start to experience some of the changes to your life due to the coronavirus. As we spoke about before, Kay and I have been here in Shanghai, China, and experiencing the corona outbreak firsthand over the last about 8 to 9 weeks. We hope again that you do find some value in some of the tips and experiences that we're sharing. If you do find this valuable, please either hit the like button or leave a comment. And the reason I ask you to do that is because that confirms that these videos are helpful and also helps us, motivates us to continue putting out information that can only lead to helping you, again, go through this difficult time. So some feedback from one of the earlier videos, a lot of people asked if we were really being truthful about our experiences, mainly because my attitude was somewhat calm and not panicked. Well, let me tell you, week 1, week 2, we were very, very panicked. What you're seeing now is week 8, week 9. We've been going through a new normal. We've been going through living with the fear and concern over the coronavirus for over 2 months now. So we are pretty much used to it. Every day though, I'm still wearing a mask. We're still washing our hands. We're still disinfecting. There's still limited things open outside. So we're not out of the woods yet, but we have been going through this to the point now where we're not as concerned. Well, we're concerned, but we're not panicked. We are taking precautions, and the precautions that we're taking so far have seemed to really help us and the community to stay safe. So I'm going to share more about what took place that week 1, the first week. And reason being, I know a lot of you have reached out and said that you're concerned, you're panicking, you're having panic attacks, you have anxiety, you don't know what's going on due to the news. Well, we went through the exact same experience. As a matter of fact, when we heard about the outbreak, we were down south in southern China during the Chinese New Year. We had planned to spend 2 years between South China and 2 years, excuse me. We planned to spend 2 weeks between South China and Hong Kong. The first week, news started breaking. This is probably by January 15th. News started breaking about something taking place in Wuhan. It was not clear at the time what was taking place, just something was taking place in Wuhan where people were getting sick. There was limited information. Within 2 days, though, a lot more news came out saying that there was not only a virus in Wuhan, but anybody who had been in Wuhan over the past 24 to 40 hours must immediately go to a hospital. We then started hearing reports of people who were contaminated with the new virus all throughout China. So we instantly decided during our 2-hour drive from my wife's hometown to Hong Kong, we made a decision while in the car to go directly to the airport, cut our holiday short, and return to Shanghai. And we did this for primarily two reasons. The first reason was we did not want to take our young child into the public transportation system in Hong Kong due to the fact that Hong Kong was having more and more cases and had already reported some deaths. We also wanted to make sure that if there was any entry or exit restrictions made for cities, we were already home in Shanghai. So instantly we went to the airport, and immediately upon going to the airport, we were made to make sure we had our mask on. Everybody in the airport had masks on. Now, understand, literally 2 days earlier, nobody had a mask on. Now, everywhere you go, people are wearing masks. Now, today it's very normal for us to wear a mask and see people with a mask on, but back then it wasn't. And we were, quite frankly, quite concerned. My wife was very, very concerned. Of course, I had to put up that strong thing, right? So I was concerned, but I was telling my wife, reassuring her that it was going to be okay, provided we got back home. And we did get back home. Now, upon return to Shanghai, Kay and I instantly went into what we call Protect the Thompson family mode. So I'll share with you what we did, and I hope that you guys can pull out some tips and follow some of these activities that lead to you having a more safe and secure home. So the first thing we did is we acted as if the coronavirus was in our community. And what that did, that really forced us to have a decontamination process inside the house, making sure everything in the house is virus-free, and making sure everything in the house remains virus-free when people enter. So as we have a young child, it was decided that I would be the only one to leave the house. My wife and baby, literally did not leave the house for 3 weeks. So if you can imagine being inside your house for 3 weeks without leaving, That's a long time. But it guarantees you, let me not say guarantees you, but it increases the likelihood that you will remain virus-free. When I went outside, of course I had my mask, of course I had my hand sanitizer, of course I was very wary of where I went and what I did. However, due to the nature of the Chinese system, when a recommendation or regulation is announced, it is immediately enacted and put in place, which meant when I did go outside, there wasn't really much to do or places to go because literally everything was closed except for grocery stores. What this did, it helped people stay indoors because there's nothing to do outside. It was very smart because, again, it helped families control their environment, their home, and allow them to spend less time in the only environment where they don't have control, which is outside. So follow the regulations your community is put in place. They're doing that for your own good. The next thing is, and this is very important, please do not act like you are too cool to get the virus. You're not too young, you're not too cool to get or pass the virus to somebody else. So please take this very, very serious and do what you need to do to protect yourself and to protect your family. That also means having conversations with your family on how you guys can keep safe and keep each other safe. The first few weeks was very rough on us here, to be quite honest with you. We got through that, and as each week, things got a little, I'm not going to say they got better, because you're going to find the infection rate will skyrocket at some point and then flatten out. But in those few weeks, and as you're going through this, in your first few weeks, things will get a lot tighter and a lot tougher. That's a fact. That can't be avoided. During this time, we were really, my local friends here, were really having a tough time adjusting to the fact that we now had to work from home. We had to take care of our kids from home. We were not able to go outside and do some of the things that we usually do. But it didn't hit us collectively while we were complaining and pushing back on having to make these adjustments. We forgot about the people who still had to go to work. And I know right now in your community, people are losing jobs. Same thing here. People have lost jobs. And that's sad. We also want to look at or think about the people who have to still work during this time. Doctors, nurses, other health providers, law enforcement, grocery store employees, delivery people. These people still have to go out and work, and they're doing this work facing two risks. One, the risk of getting infected on a daily basis, the risk of getting infected, and two, the risk of bringing that infection home. So please take a moment as you're going outside, as you're living your life, consider those people who still have to literally put their lives on the line so that we can remain safe. Please empathize with them, and if you can, show them some form of appreciation. Guys, ladies, this is going to be a very challenging journey over the next, I don't know how many weeks. Again, we're 8 weeks in, and we're still living under restrictions. But the positive thing is, our community is safe, our families are safe, our friends are safe, because from day one, we took this serious and started putting some protection actions in place. So again, if you have any specific questions or anything, please feel free to reach out. Reach out and contact me directly. We love to share our experiences, again, in hopes that people really take things away and eases you guys as you guys go through this. Our next set of videos will speak more specifically on the changes occurring in your house, how to manage your children, how to work from home and be productive. Also, how to make sure that you're not letting the information about the virus make you panic. Okay, guys, again, hope this was helpful. Look forward to hearing back from you. Bye-bye.